praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah. Salute to the 12 tribes worldwide.
E37 heat bricks.
We the chosen people, promised to receive a crown. The feast day is approaching when the sun is going down. Fringes border bloated, people look at us and frown. As long as we have faith and words won't let his people down. Got Yahweh on my mind, Yahweh on my mind. He's sending his beloved Mashiach, Yahweh Shah. They hate the truth we bringing, but we open up their minds. Preaching through the scriptures, repenting from living lies. Got Yahweh on my mind.
Never thought this walk could be so hard. Never thought my life would be so scarred. Never thought that I would love so hard. Till I heard the truth and learned Yah. Now I'm camping, hitting streets. In the highways, that's where we be. All my I can roll with me. Teaching our people who don't see. E37 ministry. Been in this truth since 93. Banging on Esau, remember me? I was in Times Square bringing heat. And I'm still fighting flesh. I face the east and bless. No need for the stress. Leave me a pillar of rest. This walk is a test. Endure to the end, confess. I'm a Hebrew, say with the chest. With the chosen seed we bless. I know at time we're vexed. These nations are a pest. So I'm too DT then flex. In an hour we got next.
We the chosen people, promised to receive a crown. The feast day is approaching when the sun is going down. Fringes border bloated, people look at us and frown. As long as we have faith and words won't let his people down. Got Yahweh on my mind, Yahweh on my mind. He's sending his beloved Mashiach, Yahweh Shah. They hate the truth we bringing, but we open up their minds. Preaching through the scriptures, repenting from living lies. Got Yahweh on my mind.
All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah. Salute to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel scattered abroad, man. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We got next. Daniel 7:18, man. All praise and glory for all the elders that paved the way, man. All the up-and-coming young elders that's here today. And all you young brothers and sisters that's making the way. We want to thank you, man. I want to thank you in the name of a Mashiach Yahweh Shah, man. Because that's all we got, man. We got to stand firm together. You know what I'm saying? We got to love one another. You know what I'm saying? We got to stand firm with one another, man. You see what I'm saying? We can't let this negative, evil, wicked-ass spirit of Hashatan, Satan, come between the brotherhood and the sisterhood, man. That's the major curse in Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26, man. So I'm petitioning to the 12 tribes of Israel. You brothers and sisters that's vibing and dancing and rocking off this track right now. Listen, dig deep. Text somebody. Message somebody. Call somebody. Holler at somebody. Let them know that you love them. Let your loved ones know that you love them, man. You see what I'm saying? Because you never know when it's our last end. So listen to your brother. I'm a Harakah Bunny. I would have Bunny.
We the chosen people, promised to receive a crown. The feast day is approaching when the sun is going down. Fringes border bloated, people look at us and frown. As long as we have faith and words won't let his people down. Got Yahweh on my mind, Yahweh on my mind. He's sending his beloved Mashiach, Yahweh. They hate the truth we bringing, but we open up their minds. Preaching through the scriptures, repenting from living lies. Got Yahweh on my mind.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Happy Hanukkah, man, for all the brothers and sisters this year, 2025. Acknowledging the feast of dedication, the memorial and remembrance of the Hellenistic period, the time when the Greek Empire came into power, right, and conquered the known world at that particular time. And Israel was forced to denounce their nationality, the laws of our ancestors, And if we didn't, it was a death judgment. I'm sure everybody have read, that's in the Hebrew Israelite community, read the book of Maccabees 1, Maccabees 2, and we should be reviewing these books and these chapters during these 8 days, right? They actually have audio of the Maccabee stories on YouTube, written or spoken, I should say. If anybody needs the link, I could provide the link. It's like almost 3 hours for the first one and like 2 hours for the second part, Maccabees 2. Right. So during the Feast of Dedication, right, and I'll post the scripture. John 10:22, and it was at Jerusalem, the Feast of the Dedication. It was winter, and Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Right. Is this a viable source? Is this a viable verse that's speaking about a feast day that we don't that the Christian world definitely don't keep, the so-called Jewish people keep? It's right here in the Strongs here.
Strong's G 1456. Ekainia.
Okay, so it's called Ekainia, right? Vine's Explanatory Dictionary, and it reads, a frequent in the sense of dedication became used particularly for the annual yearly 8 days feast beginning on the 25th of Chislev, mid of December, instituted by Judas Maccabaeus, 164 BC, to commemorate the cleansing of the temple from the pollutions of Antiochus Epiphanes. Hence, it was called the Feast of the Dedication. John 10:22. This feast could be celebrated anywhere, right? The lighting of lamps was a prominent feature. And I like to say that, read that again. This feast could be celebrated anywhere for all you anti-keeping feast alight Negroes out here. The lighting of lamps was a prominent feature, hence the description, Feast of Lights. Okay? Feast of Lights. Okay? Right? So this is a holy day, right? We in the holy month, right? And week of the tabernacles, okay? I mean, I'm sorry. It was patterned after tabernacle. I keep saying tabernacle because it was patterned after the Feast of Tabernacles. But it's called the Feast of Dedication. All right. And so with that being said, let me stop the screen share. Okay. And so once again, shalom, shalom, shalom. So I'm going to go over something that the Spirit gave me, because we have come into this acknowledgement where we was keeping Thanksgiving, we was keeping Christmas, right? And so we take this from our children, and what do we implement in this place, right? What can we compare to what the world celebrate as Christmas, right? Which is a made up feast or holiday that was created going all the way back to Rome. And it was just added piece throughout the centuries to make this Christmas tree and snowman and reindeers and Santa Claus. And it's a Winter socialist holiday. I'm saying it wrong, but what can we do that our children will get to learn our history? And it's fun. It's something they look forward to every year. And the grown-ups, okay? Well, we have it. It's called the Feast of Dedication, right? And where we have our beautiful menorah that the Most High gave us, the seventh branch. You can read that in Revelations, right? Chapter 1, okay? And the book of Maccabees. When you read the book of Maccabees 1, 2, 3, and 4, it will go in to why we're keeping this feast day, right? Or feast week, I should say, which is a day extra. It's 8 days, so it's a week and a day. Okay, right? So what I'm going to do is show you my information that I put together. I did highlight some videos concerning how we did it this year, how the Spirit gave it to me, right? That we'll be able to make this something great. And shout out to Picture Israel. I seen her have an animated like um, light cartoonish figure where it was highlighting Hanukkah, okay, which I thought was really cool, man. I probably can highlight and show y'all guys that, we definitely need to step up the Feast of Hanukkah. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that our children can take it further than us. You see what I'm saying? And make it a something every year that children is going crazy for. You feel me? And this is something that they will continue to do when they become adults with their children, with our grandchildren. So it's up to us to really push this forward, that it be something that we definitely paying attention to, something that we are definitely trying to institute and do in Israel. Okay. So we started our Feast of Dedication a week ago on a Friday. I know brothers did it on Saturday evening. We did it on Friday, so-called Friday of the 12th. I think it was Friday of the 12th. Okay. And we closed out the 19th. Okay. I know brothers did it on the 13th. We have brothers have different days. But whatever day that you decided to memorialize, the Feast of Dedication, all praise and glory to you for acknowledging the law, statute, commandments of the Most High and the memorials that the Most High has given us, right? So I was looking for something in particular. I thought I shared it on Facebook. I did, but I put it as a story. So I'm just going to send it to my email so you guys can get a look of how, I want to put this together, right? So I'm going to, and I have more videos. Sister's supposed to send me the video, but she don't have an iPhone, so she couldn't just send it to me like right there on the spot. Okay, so I have an outline of what we can do for the Feast of Dedication, right? What we can do to make the Feast of Dedication something inspiring. And matter of fact, let me find Picture Israel page so y'all can see the ornaments, the outside ornament that she had in front of her home, which it was very cool. I really like the joint. Check this out. If you didn't see it, you're gonna see it now, right? It's up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to make the sacrifices, right? So this is what the sister had up in her home, right? You see, it looked like a bear, whatever the case is, and you got the dreidel. You may say that's an Amalek, whatever the case is. We have to start from somewhere. We have brothers that's artists. I have no problem with the 6-point star. Other brothers just have a problem with it. You see what I'm saying? But we have the 7-branch menorah there. It looks like you have some fringes on. I'm not sure, but it looks like you got fringes on, right? And so all praise and glory for our brothers and sisters that's making the effort, making a sincere effort to keep our customs and our memorial days, man, right? So I just want to shout out my sister Picture Israel out in Texas and her husband Shire. All right. I hope I ain't said his name wrong. But they definitely putting the effort out there in the Israelite community when it comes to the music, when it comes to the culture, right? And so I'm just giving them a big shout out for that as well, right? And so I'm trying to send this file. I have to send it to my email. So I want to show y'all what I put together versus just saying it. But I'm about to share my screen to show you what I outlined. Okay. So let me go here. Let me find my file. Okay, to E37 Mahar. E37, a hard dedication, right? And I'm gonna show you, share my video, okay? So, you must connect to Wi-Fi. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Let me connect to Wi-Fi. Let me get connected to Wi-Fi, you guys. Use drop mail. Boom. All right. So maybe I can show y'all the video before I actually show y'all the video that I did to try to highlight, you know, us really making dedication something big like they make the pagan Christmas shit. All right. I know I downloaded 2 files, but I only see one. So I'll probably have to do it separately. Yeah, so let me download this other file too. And then we be straight. That's 40 minutes. I have one more file. Let me send that to, yeah, right here. Is that the one? I think that's the one. Hold on. Let me get the first one I did. All right. And so, you know, they have it's nothing. So we're going to be talking about giving gifts. We're going to be talking about families coming through that's in the walk in the truth, or brothers and sisters that's not in the truth and need to be exposed to the truth of who they are as Israelites, right? And how we turn up righteously for the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Just as they turn up wickedly for pagan feast days. It has nothing to do with anything according to the scriptures of righteousness and anything holy. It's just a made-up day that they use to generate income and to serve their pagan demonic ass gods. Sorry, it's just the truth. Get mad, we're glad, okay? That we have discovered the truth, and this truth belongs to us. We don't rock the 9-branch menorah, okay? We don't rock that, okay? And I will go into Maccabees as well and show y'all some things, okay? So let me show you this video real quick. Show you this video real quick, okay? Windows. And where's the video? Where's the worlds? Matter of fact, I gotta share the whole screen. And yeah, like that. Okay. So if I go here, you get to see one of the videos that I did. All right, so that's one video. Okay, let me show another video. Hold on. This is probably the other one. That's the first one. So this is the last day of Hanukkah. All right. So I'll explain what's going on in the video. Okay. So the first day, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up my information. Hold on. Hanukkah Feast of Dedication right here. So as you can see, I have Hanukkah as a Feast of Dedication, right? Let me go to my file. Okay. So Hanukkah as a Feast of Dedication, dedication of light, house, and covenant. Feast of Dedication. Okay. So as you see in the video, I'm gonna be talking about that in this outline. You see gold and you see silver, right? You see gold and you see silver. Why did I do that? Maybe I can go to matter of fact, let me go to the Maccabees real quick. Let me just go to the Maccabees real quick and substantiate some themes and things of that nature of what the Spirit showed me in terms of what I seen that we can do and build upon of making the Feast of Dedication something big, right? Okay. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna go right here. Let me stop that share right quick, and let me go to this share real quick. The Maccabee story, right? So this is when Judas Maccabeus he destroyed one of his enemies, right? Lysis, right here. So we see first Maccabees 4. Now when Lysis saw his army put to flight, and the manliness of Judas' soldiers and how they were ready either to live or die violently. He went into Antiochus and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he proposed to come again into Judea. Then said Judas and his brother, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary, right? Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into Mount Zion. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altar profaned, and the gates burned up, and shrubs groaned in the courts as in a forest, or in one of the mountains, yea, and the priest's chambers pulled down, right? They rent their clothes and made great lamentation, and cast ash upon their heads, and fell down flat to the ground upon their faces, and blew an alarm with the trumpets, and cried towards heaven. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary, right? Cleanse the sanctuary. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law, who cleansed the sanctuary and bear up the defiled stones into an unclean place. And when, as they consulted together what to do with the altar of burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach unto them, a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it. All you heathen lovers. When you read the book of Maccabees 1, 2, it's all the heathens warned against the children of Israel. All of them. No love, no love, no love, no love. None of that. None of that. But here we go. The damn Stockholm syndrome, whatever damn thing you want to call it, Negroes, just can't have their own kingdom. They gotta lose everybody, right? Right? Yeah, we want the heathens in the kingdom because they're gonna be doing all the damn work and laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple in a convenient place until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them. Then they took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar according to the form, and made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple, and hallowed the courts. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick, the 7-branched menorah, and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense, and the table. And upon the altar they burned incense. You just can't burn any incense in the temple. Okay? Stop the cap for you cannabis burning in the temple liars and deceivers, doctors of death. Cut it out, Negro. Okay? So I'm sorry. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense and the table. And upon the altar they burned incense and the lamps that were upon the candlestick. They lighted. Thus we get the Feast of Lights, that they might give light in the temple, right? Which symbolized the laws, statutes, commandments. We read Proverbs 6th chapter. Okay. Furthermore, they set the lobes upon the table and spread out the veils and finished all the works which they had begun to make. Now, on the 5th and 20th day of the 9th month. So we got the 25th day, but it's not Christmas. Okay. Right. And so our days may alter because of the counting of the moon. All right. And things of that nature. I'm not going to get mad at anybody if they want to do it on the 25th day, actually 25th day of the month. I'm not going to condemn you for doing the Feast of the Most High, right? If you want to be like, I don't know exactly, I don't have the calendars for brothers that get the days. I'm not the calendar alike. You feel me? I just want to do the feast with my brothers and sisters. You feel me? So that's my point of me saying that. Now on the 5th and 20th day of the 9th month, right, which is called the month Chislev, in the 148th year, they rose up besides in the morning. I know a lot of y'all may say, well, that's November. Novi means 9, whatever. Okay, it was not September, right? Right, because it says, and it was winter when the Messiah kept the feast, right? And offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that, was it dedicated with songs? So we want to play music. You want to have music, right? Centers, harps, and cymbals. You know what I'm saying? You want to have music during the Feast of Dedication, spiritual music, holy music. No Glorillaz, right? No Megan Thee Stallions, Cardi B's, and none of these NBA young boys, and none of these things. All right? Israelite music, praise music, right? Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the power of heaven, Yahweh, Mashiach Yahweh, right? The Father, Abba, who have given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offer burnt offerings with gladness and sacrifice the sacrifices of deliverance and praise, because the Most High was fighting for us, boy, through our brothers, man, the Levite brother, Aaronites, the Maccabees family. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold. See that? So gold is definitely one of the colors and themes of the Feast of Dedication. And with shields, right? Right? So we can have crowns of gold and with shields. We got silver shields. And the gates and the chambers, they renewed and hung doors upon them. So decorations. There was a very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Moreover, Judas and his brothers with the whole congregation of Israel ordained a man that the Most High chose to be a leader and a champion for Israel, that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season, from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 20, 25, and 20th day of the month Chislev, with mirth and gladness. So what is that? Food, wine, right? Music, family, all of these different things, okay? All right? So this is how you show that and justify us keeping the Feast of Dedication. Read the Maccabees, right? So now I'm going to go to my outline of what the Most High gave me to present to you guys. Whoever want to take it and run with it, that's up to you. All praise and glory to the Most High for his wisdom, right? Hanukkah as a feast of dedication. Hanukkah is a lawful and fitted time for weddings as well. This is a week that we should have weddings, right? You have 8 days, right, that you can have weddings, right? Open vows, vow renewals, restoration of households. Marriage is the dedication of a house, and dedication belongs to this feast, right? So this is a perfect time for people to renew their vows or have newly couples wed, right? All these different things, okay? Acceptable days. Best day is day 1. Opening dedication. If we're going to have wedding vows, it should be on that day. Day 8, completion and fullness. Other days, 2 to 7 allowed, but less ideal. So the opening and the closing is very important, right? Required elements, we got to have a menorah, right? Now, I also said we should, they have their Christmas pagan trees. We have our righteous menorah. We can have big, giant menorahs, right? You see what I'm saying? And have our gifts surrounding the menorah, right? Fire pit burning because it's winter, right? Okay, it's winter. So you got the fire pit. You can go around the fire pit. You can do marshmallows, whatever you choose to do, right? Lamb or goat present, daily requirement, right? Witness gathered, gifts prepared, okay? And I ordered the lamb or goat on a daily requirement, but we definitely want lamb or goat on the 1st and 8th day. Food requirement, every day, lamb or goat, primary meat, right? Okay. Days 2 to 7 may include chicken, oxtails, and fish. Okay. If you don't have lamb, if you cannot afford a lamb or goat every day, but at least have it on the 1st day and the 8th day. Chicken, oxtails, fish fries, things of these nature. Fire cooking strongly encouraged. Okay. Attire, day 1 and 8, gold and silver, mandatory. White accents allowed. Regal, modest, clean. Okay. Everybody show out with their gold, man. They silver. You know what I'm saying? Come out, show out. Day 2 to 7, modest, neutral, silver accents encouraged. Gift protocol, wedding days. Gifts revealed publicly. Names called individually. And this is not only for wedding day. This is for when we're giving gifts out to our family members. Host and household lead. Friends follow. So whoever's hosting, right? You have more of an obligation to make sure these things are put together and in place, right? So day 1 and 8, the men is definitely going to be leading in the gifting. Days 2 to 7, wives give gifts. 7, music order, instrumental during vows. No chaotic energy, vocals after food, right? So after we eat, we turn up the music, boom, boom, bow, right? Worship, performance, we can have concert, whatever the case you want to have. Symbolism, fire equals purification, light equals truth, gifts equal witness, feast equals joy and obedience. Final declaration, Hanukkah is not only remembrance, it is a restoration. House is dedicated and light endure. Truth, E37 feast dedication, wedding guide PDF. I can send these things to you. What's included or completed, design, cover page, blah, 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 all these different things I can send you, right? How is this meant to be used? Host guide for Hanukkah, weddings or vow renewals, teaching for household assemblies, right? Keepsake for families and children, repeated framework year after year, right? This restores order with this covenant, household leadership, joy without confusion. Feast of dedication, Hanukkah, wedding, vow, renewal, household dedication, right? Truth E37 feast edition, and it was and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. John 10:22. Purpose of the feast: Hanukkah, the feast of dedication, is an appointed time for the establishment of light, the purification of houses, and the public acknowledgement of covenant. This feast is not merely about candles, but about dedicating a household, restoring order, and remembering faithfulness during dark seasons. Marriage, open vows, vow renewals are fitted acts during the feast because marriage itself is the dedication of a house. Hamashiach Yahushua kept the feast of dedication publicly and in winter, established its continued relevance, right? We know how throughout the year, families be going through a lot of turmoil, a lot of different things, right? And so this is a great time for family to rededicate themselves and come back together in the spirit of love, right? Because Satan continuously seek out whom he may destroy, and household is the number one thing. Hanukkah as a time for marriage. Hanukkah is a lawful and fitting feast for weddings, open vows, vow renewal, restoration of a household. Marriage is not entertainment. Marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant. Covenant belongs to dedication. Acceptable days for ceremony. Most ideal days is day 1, opening dedication. Day 8, completion and fullness. Permitted days, days 2, 7, that's ideal but lawful. This is just me putting this together. Okay. Day 1 and day 8 are preferred due to the emphasis on abundance, witness, and completion. Required elements for the feast. The following elements should be present: menorah lit nightly. Get your candles together. Fire pit or open flame. Get your wood together. Witness. Lamb or goat present each day. Witnesses gathered. Gifts prepared, revealed publicly. Music order and review and reverence. Sorry. So I have a large household. So I have 5 gift bags just for the wives, the women in my life, right? And then I had gift bags for the children each. I have gift bags for my brothers and sisters, right? The house of Amiyah, right? My twin Abia, right? Yashra'Allah, Didi, aka Didi. I had her gifts. I had Amiyah 6'9" gift. I had the house of Nagagana, right? With his wife Victoria, right? I had their gifts, right? So I had multiple gifts, right? This idea that on the first day you give 8 gifts, 8 to 10 gifts on the first day. It don't have to be something crazy. It could be just 8 different items, right? To give to that person in your life, right? Or your children, right? Because you want the first day to be a blast, right? And the last day gonna be a blast. It's gonna be actually 10 gifts, right? And then each day after that could be 1 gift. From the second day to the 7th, 1 gift, right? Daily requirement, days 1 through 8, primary meat must be lamb or goat. These meats are acceptable offerings. They must be present every day. Supplemental meats, days 2 to 7 only, chicken, oxtail, fish out of other clean meats. Supplemental meats may never replace lamb or goat, right? So we want to have these things established. If we do this from the end of Hanukkah and prepare for the next year through the Spirit of the Most High, we should be able to have these different things with no problem, right? Fire pit is strongly encouraged because the feast is kept in winter. Christ kept the feast in winter. Fire represents warm purification and fellowship because they had to purify the temple, right? Okay, and we was warring at this time. The temple was destroyed during the winter, right? So we was fighting and warring at this particular time, right? Attire requirements, they wanted 8, gold and silver mandatory. White accents permitted, regal, modest, clean garments. Yes. Wash your garments, put it in the cleanest. We may give awards for the best garment, right? Music order, instrumentals during ceremony and food. Vocals after eating, no chaotic or club style energy, worship and truth-centered music preferred. Music support the movement, not dominate it. Gift giving protocol, gifts are revealed publicly, right? And everybody get to go in their bags and pull out their gifts and highlight the gifts that the person gave them, right? Each person is going to go up and present and look into their gift bags or whatever gifts is given to them and reveal them, right? And show homage and thankfulness for the individual, right? Individuals are called forward by name. Gifts are presented openly. No private or hidden exchanges, right? Day 1 and 8. Host, household, friends, support gifts. Abundance required. Everyone in the household participates. Day 27, wives give gifts. 1 gift per day minimum. Household duty chart, text version. Host, man of the house. Oversees feasts, leads vows, oversees fire and order. Calls individual forward for gifts. Household members support gifts on day 1 and day 8. Support hosts in preparation. Wives give gifts on days 2 through 7. Focus on nurturing and continuity. Friends and witnesses attend, give gifts, bear witness. Children, teaching insert. Hanukkah is a feast of our light in dark times. Each night we light candles to remember the Most High, keeps his people in their homes. The fire keeps us warm in winter, and the food reminds us to be thankful. Marriage is when a man and woman promise to build a house together. When we see vows spoken and gifts given, we learn how families support one another. Children are witnesses. Watch, listen, and remember how dedication brings joy, order, and peace. Closing declaration. Hanukkah is not only remembrance and its restoration. House is dedicated and light endure. Why Hanukkah is fit for marriage. So I think we went over that. I think I probably doubled it up a couple of times, but key principles: light established in darkness, house purified and set apart, covenant made publicly, witnesses present, fire, oil, food, and joy, which is these things is very important. Covenant made publicly, witnesses present, because a lot of people have secret so-called relationships or covenants or whatever, and then they can sit there and say, well, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Well, now you're on record, Negro. You're on record. There's no escape for thou's. Okay? So we need to put these things together, right? Shalom, Prince, right? This allowed with John 10:22, dedication kept publicly, Psalms 127, house building, Proverbs 8:22, wives are as favor, right? Malachi 2:14, covenant witness, right? If anyone want to grab those scriptures, put it in the chat, and I can share it going across. I don't want to stop and go find the scriptures to put it in there. So if anybody willing to look up those scriptures, that'd be great. Marriage is the dedication, not just a celebration. It's dedication. You got to be dedicated to the person, man. You can't just be making vows and commitments, and then you don't want to keep your vows and commitments, man. Right? You committed your words, you committed your body, and all of a sudden now a hiccup comes about, and all of a sudden now we just throw in a towel. This is the culture of the Israelites. This is the culture of black men and women today. We're so quick to throw in a towel and give up on one another. That's not love, man. That's not love. I'm sorry. It's not. And it's not the Most High. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Right? The Most High say he hate putting away. Okay? First and foremost. All right? So, matter of fact, let me read that Malachi 2:14. Let me see what that says right there. I think I already know what it says, but I want to make sure I say it right now. Okay? Malachi 2:14. Okay? Let me get it right quick. I don't have a reader, so I got to do everything. It's fine. All praise and glory to the Most High. I'm not a weaker, bro. Malachi 2:14. Yet you say, matter of fact, let me pull it up so we can all bear witness to what the scripture says. Right? Malachi 2:14. And yet ye say, hold on. Shalom, Mark. I'm live right now doing a Feast of Dedication class. I was trying to call you. Are you working? No. All right. Well, I'm live right now. If you want to join in real quick, I'm almost at the end. You can, but I'm going over dedication right quick. All right. So answer the phone when I call you. Yet ye say, wherefore because the Most High hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. So we don't supposed to be treacherous with the women that we call our wives, right? And they damn sure don't supposed to be treacherous with thouists, right? All right. These in and out relationships, right? And so-called commitments and vows. And it's just words. It's just talking. There's no fear of the Most High behind it. It's just you caught up in the moment, euphoria is going on, and all of a sudden you're in love. And then you get in your bag in an instant, and Satan is coming to test the words that you said because you made the vows. You said it. And you think Satan ain't going to come and try us out? We got to do better, man. Right? Right? So let me go in Jeremiah 3. For some reason, I always forget exactly where the verse is at. It really makes me mad that I do that. Yeah. And 20, right? Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye treacherously with me, O house of Israel, said the Lord. So this treacherous spirit is off, whether it's the man or whether it's the woman. The Most High say you hate putting away, right? Right. The Most High didn't want to divorce us, right? But we forced his hand. Okay. Right. So what's the other scripture we got right there that I can just pull up? Let's go to Proverbs 18:22 right quick. Proverbs 18:22. Let's see what we got there. Proverbs 18:22. Proverbs 18:22. Not going to be long. Probably be like 15 more minutes. And this a wrap. 18:22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor of Yahweh, right? Of the Most High power, right? Okay. So probably I should know that off the head, but you know, goes down like that sometimes, right? So yeah. So we're gonna continue and get back to the outline. So, you know, those of you that's keeping the feast still, or those that's doing whatever they're doing, they can get back to it and enjoy the rest of the evening. Some of y'all gotta go to work. I don't, or pray and go to the Most High. Types of ceremonies allowed during Hanukkah: wedding ceremony, new covenant, betrothals, all for marriage, right? So if you want to ask somebody hand in marriage, that's a good time to do that as well. Public vows, right? Witness presence, presents, or witness presents, or witness present, I'm sorry. Gifts given openly, open vows, spoken commitments, declaration of intent, accountability before family, vow renewals, especially fitting for long marriages, reconciliation, restoration after hardship, adding wives where applicable, of course, for us, for those polygynous brothers and sisters. Best days for ceremony, most idea, day 1 and day 8, we said earlier. These days already carry gold and silver attire, abundance, household participation, witness structure. Days 2 7 may be used, but day 1 and 8 are chief days. Ceremony setup, simple and clean. Element present, menorah lit, fire pit burning with the witness, lamb or goat already prepared, music low and reverent. Man stands first, women beside him. Elders or witnesses present, household gathering, no priesthood theatrics, no pagan customs, no vows to idols or statutes or states. Right? Vow structure, order in biblical. Man speaks first, declaration of commitment, provision, covering, leadership, faithfulness. Women speak second, support, loyalty, household building, modesty, respect. Witness acknowledgement, elders, family affirm, gifts follow vows. Gifts follow the vows. After vows, host calls couple forward, household present gifts. Friends present gifts. Gold and silver emphasize first and last day equals abundance. Is reinforced covenant support, community responsibility, joy without excess. Right? Attire for wedding nights required gold and silver. White accents allowed. Modest, regal, clean. This matches dedication. Royal priesthood. Light imagery. Why is this powerful? Restores marriage to covenant, not contract. Places marriage inside a feast of light. Teaches children what vows mean. Removes pagan wedding customs. Anchors joy to obedience, Hanukkah isn't just about candles, it's about houses being dedicated again, right? And then you have wedding vow renewal, same thing basically. An outline, right? It's a outline. Feast dedicated to Hanukkah, word for word, host leads, opening calls, host speaks. Let all draw near and give attention. Where I gather here during the feast of dedication, the time appointed for light to be established, house to be set in order, and covenants to be remembered before the Most High and before witnesses. This feast was kept in winter in the cold months when light is needed most. Even our master kept the feast of dedication openly. Tonight, before fire, before food, before gifts, and before witnesses, a house is being dedicated. A knowledge, a mint of fire and light. The fire burns before us as witnesses. As witness, fire purifies. Fire gives warmth. Fire consumes what is unclean and strips what is true. The lights are kindled, for lights is not hidden but set upon a stand. Right? Let me fix this. Calling forth the man. Let the man come forward. Man steps forward and stands firm. You are called first. You are the head of the house. Speak plainly and truthfully before the Most High and before witnesses. Right? Man's vow, word for word template. I stand here of my own will and sound mind. I take this woman before me as my wife to cover her, to provide for her, to lead her in righteousness, to deal faithfully with her all my days. I commit to build this house, to protect it, to instruct those within it, and to walk upright before the Most High. Right? We put building. Right? I do not speak these words lightly nor in secret, but openly before witnesses and during the feast of dedication. This is my covenant, and I will not deal treacherously. Calling forth the woman. So this man is on record in front of everybody there. Okay? Calling forth the woman. Calling forth Eve. Right? Let the woman come forward, speak now in order with clarity and understanding. Woman's vow, word for word template. I stand here, guided by my own will and sound mind. I receive this man as my husband, to walk with him, to support him, to honor him, and to help build this house with wisdom and diligence. I commit to faithfulness, modesty, and obedience in order, and to raising up peace within his household. I speak these words openly before witnesses during the feast of dedication. This is my covenant. And of course, you can add, this is just a template. Witness, acknowledge, let it be known. This covenant has been spoken openly. Witness have heard it. Gifts shall follow it. This house is now dedicated. Okay? Right? Now let gifts be brought forth. These gifts are not bribes nor payments, but signs of support, joy, and witness. Let each giver come forward in order. Names called individually, gifts revealed publicly. Closing word. Let the feast continue. Let the fire remain lit. Let food be shared. Let music rise in order. A house has been dedicated in light. Right? So, all praise and all glory to the Most High, B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai, who put this on my heart, on my spirit, right? We want to make this something big. We want to make this a feast of lights. We can put lights all around the house, all in our front yard, backyard. Just make it Israel. As we went out for the pagan holidays and feast days, we need to go out for the Most High days. You understand that? Silver and gold and silver, right? Lights, food, banqueting, everything. You see what I'm saying? Gifts, right? 8 days of feasting that our children and us as grown-ups can enjoy, right? It's perfect for me. I work in education, so I get the time off. So I can enjoy 8 days straight without even going to work and still get compensated, right? So I'm very excited about the Feast of Dedication, right? Tabernacle is one of my favorite feast days, and this is going to be my second favorite feast day, right? Because it's another 8-day celebration. It's back to back, right? So we have plenty of time to be enjoying one another, right? Enjoying our children, watching our children enjoy the Most High feast days, man, as we enjoy it as well, doing what we do as adults. So with that, I would like to say all praise and glory to the Most High. And if anybody want the template, right, you can hit me on my message. send me an email, and I will send you a copy of it, and you choose you want to edit it, whatever the case is. That's fine. You can do that. I just wanted to highlight that for you brothers and sisters, man, and help be an encourager to those that's rehearsing these righteous acts, right? We may come up with a song for next year. We will, right? We had a song for Tabernacles. I'm gonna share that song with you guys as we close out. We're on Nagiyana, Isaiah Yashala, myself, and my wife, Princess Nawa, and Isaiah's wife, and the wives. They was all the wives and the sisters was in the song in the background. So with that, I'm gonna close out and we'll play the song that we did for Tabernacle.
Shalom.
I need the bag.
We just pulled out about 24 pounds. I'm still packing my bag. Oh, yeah, come.
Abba, all your stuff packed. Let's go.
Let me grab my shofar.
This is the best thing in my whole entire life.
Your father say that if you love him, you will keep his feast days. We say we love him, leave our jobs out and go give him praise. Don't let him advice, I get some supervisor before I go. I still like Lego, try to play me on my pesos, I'm gone.
Tabernacles, get the backyard ready. Set up a couple tents and put some on the grill. Holy convocation, 8-day celebration. Pull up in your town, good company and good food. You know it's going down.
Feast day, my ox on day way. My sisters dropping, the wives all smiling. Tents all rising, sipping on some Terramana. Ain't no drama.
Tabernacles, got the tents outside. 8 days in the street outside. Tabernacles, so we chill outside. And you know we got the grill on fire. Tabernacles, got the game outside. Let the children play outside. Tabernacles, everything outside. Give praise to our King outside. Fresh out day of atonement, fasting and praying. Now you see the children boots outside, they praising, rehearsing them righteous acts we was instructed. Feast days, best days ever, can't touch it.
We gotta go, hey, we gotta go. It's not an option. Al Green said gospel drinks coming. 3 times a year, here and there, we abstain. Nation bang bang, we blow the trumpet when they come and keep them coons calling for Halloween.
Yo, regardless what she say, he say, we gon' keep these holy feast days. No one knows Pinocchio. We striving strong for kingdom goals.
Tabernacles, it's a feast outside. Everybody at peace outside. Tabernacles, rules come outside. Pulling up, now we all outside. Tabernacle, rules stay inside. Say we can't keep the feast outside. Tabernacle, rock the saints outside. Next year we back outside. Tabernacle.
Entertainment, righteous sound music.
Tabernacle.